Greetings one and all, this is X82 and I welcome you to this week's episode of X82's Unscripted. Now this week I will review Pokemon Y version for 3DS. Now when I first heard that new Pokemon game was announced, I was like, shut up and take my money. Pretend that there's a lot of money in there. Unfortunately I didn't have the money to buy it on the launch day, so I have to wait a couple of days about that. Did it pay off? Hell yeah, because it's a kick-ass game. So, let's get started. Now first off, the story of the game. Now you have R, a nameless starting trainer that moves into the Vanillville town with his mother, which is always the mother, except for Gen 3. It also has had a father, which was gym leader, that bears the father in the rest of generations. Anyways, in movie you have a couple of friends now, and one rival. There's always one rival, but you have like 4 to 5 friends. Now that's different, and you actually don't get your first Pokemon from your Pokemon professor. You actually got it from friend who got it from that Pokemon professor, and you got a letter from the professor to the mother, and blah. You start to ramble, and then you turn into the mysterious team Flare, which plans are actually pretty beastly. They want to use a secret weapon to destroy the human world to get it more beautiful, and holy shit, that actually is pretty badass. Not to compare to Gen 4, which its team's leader plan was to destroy the whole earth and make it to his own thing, which actually, when I haven't played that one, but it sounds pretty badass. So, and of course the story is actually pretty fresh for Pokemon standards. Yeah, it's the same old thing. Fight 8 leaders, then the Elite Four beat the champion and become champion. But there is backstory of one person who created the ultimate weapon to resurrect his Pokemon, which at the end, it was sad, that backstory. At least it got a pretty good closure at the end. So yeah, it's pretty good. And now for the presentation of the game, which I can say it's clearly the best looking and sounding Pokemon game to date. The presentation is gorgeous, the colors are lively, and the sound is excellent. Professor Sycamore's theme is awesome, and the Pokemon looks awesome in 3D. Even with the 3D on, it slows down a bit, not much, but a bit, and you can show it. You can see it, not show it, see it. And then the new locations look beautiful, and the wise legendary Uviltal looks awesome, and its cry is awesome, and even Pikachu has its own Pikachu sound, which is awesome. And I just still mind blown about the presentation. Wow, if they can fucking top that, I will be blown away, which will happen with the next handheld system. I will know about it. I know it. I already called it. So yeah, the best looking and best sounding Pokemon game to date. And now for the gameplay. It's still the same Pokemon game. It's the same rock paper scissors thing. There's a couple of new things in the gameplay. The fairy type, the horde battles, and the sky battles. Now with the fairy type, which is super effective against dragons, which is awesome because before fairy type, only dragons were super effective against dragons. Makes sense to me. It's like having psychic type against psychic type being super effective, or fire type by fire type. Makes sense to me. And then the horde battles, which happens that you have like 5 to 6 even more Pokemons which are lower level, and you have to defeat all of them. And then there's excuse me, then there's the sky battles, which only will use the flying type Pokemons, or the one who has the levitate ability, which will take the battle to the sky. Bad joke is bad. And then there's the Pokemon and Me, which is also a new thing, which it's like you can play with your Pokemon, rub them, make faces, and feed them so they can be more affectionate for his trainer. And then the super training, which is also one of the new things, which is, I can actually explain that because I haven't used the EV training. I guess it's kind of like EV training. Basically, I don't know. I haven't used EV training, so yeah. So, and it's still awesome. It's the same Pokemon you know and love, and unfortunately there's only 69 new Pokemons. Yeah, Q69 jokes. I won't do it. And the new Pokemon are awesome, like I said. Yveltal is awesome. The Fennekin that was first announced with the Yveltal and Xerneas, and one of the 3 starters. When I saw Fennekin, I was like, I'm using that one. And then there's Zygarde, which is one of the, also a new legendary, which is saying that it's the one that controls all. Makes sense. So is Zygarde another god like Arceus, which is that he created everything? So Arceus is god, and is Zygarde a god, or I don't know. And then there's disappointed that none of the newer Pokemons are actually memorable. Noivern is also one of the Judokin. Oh, I forgot. Mega evolutions. Yeah, when you have Mega Stones, you have Mega Ring, you can, some Pokemon Mega, after the 3rd evolution you can have Mega evolution and have more badass looking, and even type changes like Charizard X is finally a dragon type. So yeah, and then there's Mega Gardevoir, which looks okay. Even though Gardevoir is one of my favorite Pokemons, it looks okay. Mega Blaziken looks badass. By the way, I love Blaziken. It's awesome. And then Mega Mewtwo. Yeah, Mega Mewtwo. Even though Mewtwo is already badass, it makes even more badass with the Mega Stone. And then there's Mega Absol. I should have wanted like Mega Survivor or Mega Arbok or something Snake. And I was disappointed that Dunsparce doesn't have any new evolutions, which could have made that even a little bit better. Turn him into a fucking snake. Dunsparce is not a fucking snake. And it's more like background Pokemon than fucking normal type. So yeah, that's still be a gripe with me. So yeah, it's still good. Mega Evolutions are awesome. I'm thinking, will they make more Mega Evolutions in the next games? I hope. Yeah. And for the replayability, well, there's over 700 Pokemon to catch, some of them from X and Y. You have to trade and you have to wait for Pokemon Transport to get some of them. And there's some of the Pokemon you can only obtain by breeding, which I hated. I always want to catch Pokemon as they are their first form. So that's a gripe with me. And there's still the bullshit that you have to trade Pokemon to evolve them, which is still fucking annoying. Because how do I trade with random person that I will get the fucking Pokemon back? Ever think of that, Game Freak? So yeah, it would be better to have game chatting in the trading, so they could tell the plans. It's not fucking rocket science. And there's the online feature that you can battle, trade and trade Pokemon, which is awesome, even though I get my ass kicked. Still working on it. And then there's pretty much it. I can't remember any more things to replay in Pokemon, but actually all of that is pretty worth it to get every Pokemon, even with the Pocket Transport and the breeding and the events. And yeah, it's actually pretty worth it to have that feeling when you get, I don't know, catch a Mewtwo or Zygarde, or even Yveltal, or when it happens I will catch your Arceus. That is awesome and it's badass. So yeah, it's pretty much worth it. And now for the final verdict. Pokemon Y gets a 9.5 out of 10. It's hard to give games a 10 out of 10 because I still haven't found a game worth that. But Pokemon Y is so good that it gave my recommendation. It's worth every single penny that you spend on it. The hours of capturing Pokemon, and it's really worth it. I'm still stunned about it. I have maybe even 30 or more hours put into the game, and I'm not even finished yet, even though I have over 100 games probably. I still want to play it. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. If you want, you can like this video, or favorite, rate it, or even subscribe if you want. And as always, if you have a question or a request, you can comment down below. And next week's episode will be about Jesus fuck that mistake that never be. I fucking hate that game. This is X82 signing out.